When I feel like I'm safe and sound, why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel this
Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young. You come circle, it's every week, it hurt you, it's perfectly built up.
Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young. You come circle, it's every week, it hurt you, it's perfectly built up.
What's good, family? It's your boy Jamal in the building. We Talk Hawks TV. We Talk Hawks daily. I'm back with a special guest. Y'all know who it is. You might not guess. Check it out. I met this guy it's got to be about 6-7 years now. We was in the same Atlanta Hawks group on Facebook, right? And, we was in the Facebook group, everybody there talking their stuff about the Hawks, woo, 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 woo. And I remember I was driving one day and I got an instant message from this guy named Jamal Price. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, yo, I'm thinking of starting my own Hawks fan group. Now, mind you, at this time, I think the group we was in, it had to have about, 5, 6, 7, 1,000 people in there. It was up there. I give him that. So when he hit me, I was like, hell yeah, do that shit. And he was like, and I remember he asked me, he said, you want to be a moderator? I was like, hell yeah. And he started New Pack City, baby. And man, listen, time is going by fast, bro. Cause I done had some of my most epic, I ain't gonna say battles, but back and forth in New Pack City, man. I remember I'm gonna keep it real. That's where I met a majority of Hawks fans that I know, like, I'm gonna say personally, because like I know a lot of people like families and stuff now, and I met them through New Pack City because one, since I was in the group when it started, it was small, so we had a lot more interactions, a lot more one-on-ones, discussions with people you remember, instead of being when you're in a big group, you're getting back and forth with people. Next week you'll remember who you was talking to. So I remember that's why I met OG Chauncey, Mike. It's just so many people, man. Scotty B, Eddie, just about everybody I know is from New Pack City, right? So I remember going in that battle, me and Chauncey, and that's when I first started going live on Facebook. Like I would never go live on Facebook. And I remember one day me and Chauncey was going back and forth, and I was like, "Hey, let's just go live," because I was tired out. Because me and Chauncey we was going back and forth off of the Kent Bazemore contract extension. And I remember Chauncey used to always say, "Stop counting another man pocket." Woo, 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 woo. And that's the first time I ever went live on Facebook. And then after that, me and Chauncey, we used to go live in there all the time, almost like after every game. I remember going live when we did that playoff run when Trae Young hit that shot against the Knicks to win in Madison Square Garden. And man, I remember I went live in New Pack City, man. Like everything that I done on the internet was New Pack City related. So today's guest is the founder of New Pack City. That's my favorite Hawks group of all time. You know, you count all of them, Reddit groups, all of them. My favorite is New Pack City, man, and he do a great job running it. He recognizes members, like he do the small stuff, man. He do way more than I would do. Like he recognizes small stuff. He makes sure he acknowledges people's birthdays. When people get sick, he makes sure we acknowledge them and all that stuff, man. He a real good guy, man. Somebody that I call my friend, even though I've never met him in person. Never met him in person. But I still consider Jamal one of my friends, man. Let me bring him on right now, man. What's good, my guy? What's popping?
Bro, I can't live up to that introduction, my dog, man. Yeah,
man, listen, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Listen, man, like that's why I always shout out New Pack City, man, because like if it wasn't for New Pack City, you know, I don't need even though I had this Facebook channel, I wasn't consistent with this channel at all, right?
Yeah.
I was never going live, never doing nothing on this channel, but I still wanted to talk Hawks. So with you starting New Pack City and with the group being so close-knit and small at the beginning, yeah, I didn't at that point I didn't care. I was like, man, I'm tired of typing. I'm finna go live. I don't care. And I mean, that's what made me start doing on YouTube. You know, because you know a lot. Because remember we used to encourage, and I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but remember we used to encourage a whole bunch of people. We used to be like, "Hey, y'all go live with us."
Yeah, we used to tell them go live.
Yeah, and that's like the basis of how I run this channel. Because I found out a lot of people, you know, they want to come on the show and voice their opinion, but a lot of them scared. But New Pack City, it helped me build my confidence in going live, expressing myself as a fan. Because like I tell people, I'm not a coach, I'm not an ex, I'm just a fan. But I could go up there, express my thoughts and ideas as a fan. And you know, people go back and forth with me all the time up there. And but like I said, it helped build my confidence to come do this, but also it helped me because now I already knew a bunch of Hawks fans. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always shout out New Pack City, man. But let's get on to you, man. I done enough talking, right? But let's start with you. Let's start off. Where you from, and how did you become a Hawks fan?
Yeah, man. So I'm from Macon, Georgia. So if you're not familiar with Georgia, Macon is about an hour south of Atlanta. So we kind of like Atlanta's country cousin, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like we country, like we deep down in the South. So, but you know, growing up, man, my dad introduced me to sports. So like he was always watching the games and stuff like that. And one of my first memories watching sports was when, and you probably remember this too, because we a little bit about the same age. Atlanta was playing Boston in the playoffs back in the 80s when Neek and Bird was going at it. So I vaguely remember that, but I do remember like, man, like that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about, who went in the series and nothing like that. You know, I was too young to kind of comprehend that, but I was like, man, I like Atlanta. You know, I like the Hawks. Like I like Dominique. He's exciting. So that's really what kind of introduced me into sports and basketball. So I really started then like really watching games and learning players and stuff like that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know my first favorite players obviously Dominique, Spud Webb, Doc Rivers, no cats like that. And man, I just fell in love with it, bro. Like I got to the point where I was watching games. My dad wasn't watching the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I would
Right,
tune
right,
in.
right.
And he like, you watching the game? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to. So really, that was really my introduction into being a
Mm-hmm.
Hawks fan. Um, Obviously became a Dominique fan. Like everybody talk about Mike, MJ. He the GOAT. I mean, I'm not gonna dispute that, but my GOAT, my personal GOAT is Dominique. That's the dude that I used to have my hair cut like him. Like when I was young, I was like, man, give me that high top
Not
fade.
fade like me. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really that was it for me. And so with all that, man, obviously he got traded later on. That broke my heart.
Right.
That broke my heart. My son was just sad about us trading Collins, and I was like, bro, you talk about being sad. Think about when Neek was traded. My son 13 now. I was 13 when we traded Neek. So I was like,
Oh,
I cried like a baby, man.
man.
So
Yeah, that was
I
that was a
but
terrible day in Hawks history, dog. Terrible day.
yeah. But I
Terrible day.
stayed with the team. I stayed with the team throughout all the years, all the bad years,
Mhm.
ups and downs and stuff like that. But that's been my squad for life, man.
So let me ask you this: down there in Macon, right? So were you able to talk Hawks basketball with people down there? Because I know during the 2000, probably about 2008, we was probably some of our worst basketball teams in Hawk history. And I'm not from Georgia, so when I met a lot of people during a time frame that's from Georgia, you know, they wasn't Hawks fans. So, somebody like me who was an out of towner, it was hard for me to find somebody to talk real Hawks basketball with, right? So, were you able to talk Hawks basketball back then? Because I know back then, we didn't have Facebook back then, and
Yeah,
the
we
closest
have
thing we had
nothing.
back then was maybe MySpace, if that.
MySpace.
And that
Yeah,
really
bro.
wasn't the spot where you talk sports. So, how did you talk Hawks basketball before you got in any Facebook group?
Man, it was rough, bro. Because being from Macon, like Dominique was my dude. So like when me and my friends was like talking shit about basketball and stuff like that, they like, yeah,
Mhm.
Michael Jordan, this and that. And I'm like, man, I'm a Dominique fan. I had a jersey, all
Yeah.
that stuff. They like, man, why you got a Hawks jersey? And it wasn't nobody that was none of my friends rock with the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just I was a lone ranger, bro. Like, and my dad, he's a Hawks fan, but he's not as like into it like me. He's like, well, if they lose, it's whatever. But me, I'd cry, man. I'd be crying. We lost a
Yeah.
playoff game or whatever. Like I'd be mad, not want to talk to nobody. So it was hard finding some people. But my best friend, my friend Corey, he don't. That was my dog because like he loved all Georgia sports like me. Like he loved Hawks, Braves, Falcons, UGA, everything. So that was really my ally. You know what I'm saying? Like me and
Mhm.
him could talk about what's going on with the team. Frustrations, being happy about whatever. So that
Right.
was really my only go-to. I didn't have no other friends that were fans of the team. So before that, that was really the only dude that I could talk Hawks basketball with. Really.
Okay. So let's fast forward. So you get on the internet,
Yeah.
you find you get on Facebook, you find what other Hawks groups were you in? I know you was in Hawks Nation.
Yeah, Hawks Nation. There's a couple groups, man, that I was in. Hawks Nation. Shout out to them. And I'm not even gonna lie, man. Hawks Nation was really. I connected with a lot of people that's in our group now, through
Mm-hmm.
there. So that was really how I kind of like started finding other Hawks fans and really like, okay, it's more than I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And that's really where I found like my brotherhood, my family.
Right.
my Hawks family. So shout out to those groups, man. And it's just online and be like, man, you see what Marvin Williams did or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can vent about it,
Yeah.
and it's healthy.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because I remember. Matter of fact, yeah, me, Eddie, Scotty B, they kicked us three out of Hawks Nation, and I ain't even do nothing. I was just the middleweight,
Yeah.
and between Eddie and Scotty B was going back and forth. I don't know what they was thinking, man. We was talking ball, and next thing I know, they talk about popping up at each other's house. And then I remember Hawks Nation,
Yeah.
they suspended, they kicked out Scotty, Eddie, and me. I was like, I ain't even do nothing. But yeah, you're right, man. Hawks Nation probably one. Wait, I think the first group I seen was I was on this group, and this an old group. This like 2000. Yeah, this is about 2008, 2009. I was on a group called not a group. It was actually a website. It was
Yeah.
called Hawk Squawk.
Yeah, man. Bro,
You remember that?
man,
You remember
that's
Hawk
old.
Squawk?
Yes, man. I remember
Yeah,
that because it was like a forum, right? It
yeah.
was
It's a
like,
forum. Yep.
yeah, man.
Yep.
I probably chopped it up with you on there because I remember, and I think you follow him too, Jason Walker,
Yeah.
on
Yep.
on Twitter.
Yep.
I remember him on there, and like he had a lot of good information. So yeah, man, I used to be on there heavy back in like the early 2000s, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Cause I remember, matter of fact, I just asked Jason that the other day. I was like, "Are you the owner of Hawk Squawk?" He was like, "No, I'm not the owner." He said, "I just post up there a lot." So,
Yeah,
so let's fast forward a little bit more. What made you say, "I want to start my own Hawks group"? Like, how did that idea? The idea just popped in your head or something, or did something? Was you like in a discussion or something? You like, you know what? I need to do my own thing. What put that idea in your head?
yeah. So that's a good question, man. Honestly, it was a number of things. So like I was obviously in that group for a long time, probably like maybe like 4 going on 5 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was seeing that with when things when things grow, sometimes it like it kind of you lose that intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
so
Mm-hmm.
that group, it was nice, but it was like we didn't have that family feel to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like before I started the group. I think
Oh man, he froze. Jamal,
I think I lost you, man.
you there?
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Yeah,
Go.
so
So
that's the year we played
wait.
Boston in the playoffs. You know, Jeff T dribbled out the clock. And I remember, man, what stuck out to me, man, you this before I think you could go live on Facebook. Like we used to record a video and then you would share it in the group.
Yeah.
And I remember you posted a video in there, and that jump was so I was balling, bro. I was like, this dude is hilarious because you was mad, but it was like
Terrible, man. Just
you
terrible.
was well within your right to be mad. You was like, how the fuck this dude dribble out the clock?
He
You know what I'm
just
saying?
dribbled the
Like
clock
we
out, man.
couldn't
They just
believe
get a
it.
shot off. Like,
Yeah. So I was like, man, like that's when I was like first. I guess I never like paid attention to your post before. I was like, man, this dude, I like this dude because like he's like that real passionate fan that I would want if I had a group that I would want in my group.
mm-hmm.
And so I was like, that whole summer, that summer we got Dwight Howard. We didn't resign Al Horford, or he signed with Boston. So I was like, man, it's a lot going on. So I really would like to have a group of my own that I can, we can talk about these things, but it's a smaller group. And so that's when I was like, man, I'm gonna come up with a group. The name New Pack City, like I had came up with that like a year before when we were
Mm-hmm.
playing, the 60 win team. And
Right.
then on Twitter, they came out with like we had 4 All-Stars go to the All-Star game.
Yep.
and the All-Star game was in New York, and they were like, come up with a name for the All-Star. So I was like, man, we just brought back the Pac-Man logo. So I'm like, man, how about New Pac City? Because kind of like New Jack City, but it's
Right. The
New
packing man for
Pacs.
the logo.
Right. So that's how that came about. But yeah, after all that went down, I was like, man, it's a perfect time to start a group because it's a lot going on with the Hawks team. I've kind of built some friendships in the group, so I'm ready to go on and branch off and do my own thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, like it take a lot of guts, like to go off and just start your own group. I mean, I know it don't seem like I know people like it don't take much to start a group, you just start it, but like to start a group and then you want people to come in the group and interact and all that stuff. So was you nervous when you first started it? I mean, was you like, man, I don't want to start a group and don't nobody show up? So how would you feeling when you actually started it? How would you feeling?
I'll be honest with you, man. I knew it was gonna be successful. People be like, man, you BSing right now, but nah, I did because I knew the quality of fans we had. We had some knowledgeable fans, and I'm a people person, man. So like I believe in treating people right. Even if I don't agree with them, I respectfully disagree with you. I ain't gonna just say all this and all that. So I was like, man, I know even if it be 30 people in here, I'm gonna have 30 committed people. So that's
Right,
why I was like, man, I hit you up, I hit Chauncey up, everybody else, and I was like, man, even if it be like a small group, it's gonna be our group. And
right.
so I was like, and that's why I've always said I'm not even about the numbers. Like, yeah, we can have 30,000 people in there, but I want true Hawks fans. They're not gonna ride a wave. They're not gonna be on like, oh, we winning. Yeah, let me join. Nah, I want people that was here when we were winning 13 games. So
Right,
that's
right.
that's what I wanted, and I was like, man, I know it's gonna be good because we got quality fans.
Yeah, I've been trying to get you that was my goal. I was trying to get you to get upset on one of them lives, man. You would never fall for it. I was like, this dude don't never take the bait, man. You remind me of a Gerald, man. A ticket. I be trying to get y'all fired up
Oh,
sometime, man.
ticket, yeah.
Y'all be coming more reasonable, responsible responses. I'd be like, damn, man, what the hell? I ain't even gonna lie, boy. I was like,
I
I
think
gotta
the only
get
time I went.
Now I seen you get
I think the
upset. Now
only
you
time I got
got upset that
upset when I
one
went
time.
live.
You got upset that one time. It was recent too. What happened? I can't even remember. My mind
I
tripping.
think that's the
It
time.
was
I think that's the
something.
time Marcus Smart hit. I think it's been a couple times, but I know the time I really got mad was when Marcus Smart like stepped over Trey in that game, and nobody did nothing. I was like, I was hot, bro. I was hot. I was like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Like we, bro.
Hey man, look, bro, I'd had so much fun, bro. New Pack City, man. Like I can't never get that
Yeah,
out of my head. Like me and Chauncey was really going at it over Kent. I cannot believe we're really going over
yeah.
Kent Bazemore, man. Hey, remember when
Man.
like I did have some of my most epic moments in New Pack City. Like people don't believe me. Like I tell them now on this channel, I'd be like, y'all need to go by New Pack City. When I used to remember I used to bash
Search.
Trey.
Yeah,
I
caught him
call him
ashtray.
Ashtray.
Bro, I don't know if you remember this, but it was probably like the first year we had the group, right? And we had Dwight. That's the team. We had Dwight Howard and
Dennis Schroeder.
Neil Sat, all them dudes, and yeah. And we was like on like a losing streak, bro. You went live, bro, and you was acting like you you was acting like you was snorting, bro. You had like some sugar or flour or something. You was like, man, this how you watch a Hawks game.
Oh, I remember that, bro. I remember that.
He's like, this how you get through watching the Hawks game.
I remember that, man, bruh. That's because, dude, them dudes be getting me, man. I tell people it's funny because people they'll be like, "You so emotional." I'd be like, "Yeah." See, I always tell people that. I'd be like, "I'm emotionally invested in the Hawks." Yeah, so sometimes I do react off emotion because I want us to
Yeah.
win, man. You know what I'm saying? Years and years of losing, or years and years of just being a mediocre team. You know, I want us to win games. So yeah, I be emotional stuff. So that's why even now in the group, man, when I go in there and I say stuff, man, I'll be like, some of them cats now that they ain't got thick skin like some of us got. You know what I'm saying? I come in there and say
Yeah, that's
something.
true.
I be like, you know what I be thinking sometimes? Sometimes I be thinking, I be like, they probably sending Jamal a message right now complaining. Talk about
Man,
him.
bro, I can't tell you how many times people, and it ain't just you, man. It's like, and really, I had never really got nothing on you. Like, it's other people. They'll be like, yeah, I didn't like how he said this and that. I'm like, man, I give them options. I'd be like, well, me, I'm the type of dude, like, I move like Jay-Z, bro. I don't even, if I ain't rocking with you, I just act like I don't see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be
Yeah,
like, whatever. But I'd be like, you can mute them, or you can just don't respond, or hit them in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's what I tell them. If you got a problem with somebody, just go to the inbox and hash it out. Most of the time, it'll get squashed like that. But people be like, yeah, this is crazy. And then they try to blame the group. Like, and that's why I tell people, when you're going back to your like running a group, I'm like, it's a lot because you got to manage people. Like, it's a lot because you got different personalities and different
yeah, man.
views. It's crazy.
Yeah, you done kicked out. What's my guy name? Dang, what's his name?
You talking about
Dude who still owe me a jersey, the cat from Toronto.
oh Abrium.
Yeah. Hey, you say one thing to him, he just call you out your name off the rip.
Man, that's my
Hey,
man. Like he was cool, but I'm like, we had too many people that were,
yeah, the first word out of his mouth is calling you out your name. Hey, B.
yeah. I was like, man, you be on 10 the whole time, man.
Dale.
Dale. Shout out to Dale, man. Hey,
Dale
Dale Bird,
Bird. Dale
my
B, man.
man. Hey, and that's the
Oh,
thing is like, even if we've had to, like, you know, people like, hey, we try to be reasonable. We like, hey, this is
yeah.
what's going on. And that's where I come from. Like, man, I try to give people a chance, and then even if we do end up like removing them from the group, I'm like, well, this is what's happening, and they respect that. I feel like if you tell people what's up, then they respect that.
Yeah, man. I forgot who y'all kicked out the group, man. And they tried to blame me. I was like, bro, I didn't know you was kicked out. Oh, who was it? I was going
It
back
was
and forth.
yeah, was it
I was going back and forth with somebody, and
yeah, I
I guess,
remember that y'all went live or something.
and then y'all put him out. And I guess, and he came to me. He hit me up in my inbox. He was like, "Oh, that's how y'all do? You gonna put me out?" I said, "Bro, I didn't put you out, my God."
Yeah, I remember that. Now, and I was confused too, because I was like, I don't even remember that. But we deal with so many people that
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because I remember when New Pack City, you didn't have to get post approved.
Yeah,
You got to get all that done because cats they be out of pocket sometimes, man. And I think sometimes some
yeah,
people like the newer cats, like I'll go in there. I don't think some of the cats realize how long I've been in that group. That's why I'll say something. They'll be like, "You a
yeah.
random." I'll be like, "What? What you mean you a random?" And I remember when I
Like,
was
now I
talking.
can speak to it, bro.
Hey, he was like, "You a random?" I was like, "What?" I said, "Bro, you know how long I've been in this group? What you mean I'm a random, dude?" But let me get back to
Cause
you, man.
I
I'm just over
see.
here reminiscing, man.
Yeah,
It's more like New Pack City reminiscing and shit. But let's talk about this
yeah,
though. So we know why you started the group. We know where you from. Let's talk about something else though. I'm gonna pivot a little bit. Let's talk about where your passion is at. Like, if y'all didn't know, my guy right here is a dope ass graphic designer, dog. And as soon as
yeah.
I get this money right, he gonna do us a logo, so we can have our own permanent logo and stuff like that. But my guy's a dope graphic designer. I'm gonna make sure we drop his business link if y'all need to link up with my guy. But let's talk a little bit about that though. What got you
Mm.
into graphic designing?
Honestly, man, sports. Um, Sports was really when I started watching sports. Specifically the Hawks. Um, the like I was drawn to like all the visuals. You know what I'm saying? Like the uniforms and the logos, like the team logos. Like my dad used to get the Sports Illustrated back in the day, and I don't know if you remember if your family used to get Sports Illustrated, but they used to have
Mm-hmm.
like before the NBA season came out, they have like all the jerseys of all the teams in the league. And
Yep,
so
I
I
remember
used to
that.
get that joint and draw all the jerseys, like all 30. Well, I don't know how many teams back then it was, but all the jerseys of the teams. So that's really what kind of got me interested in like design and art and stuff like that. My mom used to put me in art classes, and I ended up going to college for that. So it was a lot of that's really where my passion was, but it was all based on sports. Um, Back when I was in school, man, cats used to hit me up like, man, draw me a jersey and I'll get you ice cream or whatever. Like back then, I used to hustle back then trying to do that.
Sell a
Make
design for
make
ice cream.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, like make money off my talent. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really where the passion came from. But I love design, man, specifically sports. So that's kind of where my business is going now. Um, I've done a lot of New Pack City. You look at our designs and our logos.
Yep.
I've done T-shirts and stuff like that. So it's all based around that love for just not only sports but just like the culture, man.
That's what's up, man. I gotta find my new Pack City shirt.
Yeah, I meant to
Anywhere.
showcase this hat, man. I got this hat, but I think it's at the crib.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cause I definitely got to get one. But cause I ordered a shirt. What? It's about 2, 3 years ago where I got the new Pack City shirt.
Yeah,
And so make sure y'all support our local talent right here, man. Fellow Hawks fan, man. New Pack City founder, support my guy right here. We're gonna have his business link in the down below, man. Do professional work. Let me tell y'all something real quick, man. My guy's a professional, right? Don't come in here with some old shucking and jiving $2 hookup mess. He's a professional. When you go to a site and you see the work, I'd have seen him when he started, and you see some of his old designs and compare him now, night and day, man. He got some um redesigns of Hulk uniforms, bro, that we probably should be using. That's
yeah,
just
man.
dope, man. My guy, he real with it, man. But let me swing back to the Hawks, man. So what do you think? Well, obviously, what we know now, we know DeJounte Murray just signed that extension. Where you see the Hawks going, man? Do you see us competing for a championship, let's say within 3 years, or do we need a little bit more longer time than that?
So it's kind of a trick question, man, because it's like you get mixed signals from the organization. Like when they're making trades, it's about saving money or staying under the cap. So when you hear that, you like, damn, we really ain't really trying to compete. But
Mm-hmm.
then, like say, we just re-signed DJ, so it's like, okay, well, we believe that him and Trey gonna be the ones to do it, and I believe that we can make it happen. But I also believe that we're gonna need another marquee player somehow, and that's gonna
Okay.
require Tony Wrestler to open that wallet, man. He gonna have to do it because you can't keep. Yeah, we got some good young talent, but that takes time to develop. And when you got a Trey Young, that the time is ticking because he's already in. This gonna be what year 2 in his new contract, I think.
Mm,
Out of
yep.
so the time is ticking, and then you looking across the league, and I'm not. I don't believe. I don't believe it's like this, but in some instances they're gonna be like, okay, well, what's Dallas doing? Because they're gonna instantly connect Luca
Him
and
and
Trey no matter what happens. So let's
yep.
say Dallas has a great year, they go to the conference finals or mess around and go to the NBA finals. People gonna be looking at like, well, damn, Atlanta, what's going on? And then that's gonna eventually get into Trey's head, like, okay, well, damn, what isn't this is not the situation for me. So I think we got to do something in the next 2 to 3 years, honestly, because if not, then Trey gonna be like, okay, well, it's not like the old days where Dame Lillard's are a dime a dozen. You're not gonna have a dude that's gonna stay 10, 11 years in one organization not competing. Like these new players, they
Right.
trying to compete. They trying to win. So I think
Mm-hmm.
somehow we got to get another marquee player. Like now, this Siakam stuff that's been coming out, I'm for Siakam, but I'm not for like giving up too much, especially if he's gonna
Extend.
leave next year. Like that's to me, that's not gonna work. You got to have
Right.
stability and guys that sign on for at least 3 to 4 years.
Right. 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 Well, hey, thanks for coming on, my guy. It's been cause shit. We were supposed to do this like a month ago, but trying
I
to
know,
catch up with
man. Hey,
my
yeah,
guy Jamal because y'all didn't know he a family man too. So he got family, he
yeah.
got husband and daddy
And I got to give you a
responsibility.
shout out too, bro. I got to give you a shout out before we get off, man, because like I'm proud of your channel, man. Like I be seeing you go live
Appreciate
after
it, my guy.
games. And yeah, man, it's great to see. Like I love seeing like my family. Like I said, I can see my friend as well. Your channel growing, and then I see you getting connecting with other fan bases like the Mavs fan base, Knicks fan
Yeah,
base. So that's big for you, man. And I'm always gonna be supporting whatever I can do. I'm here for you, man.
I appreciate that, man. Like I tell people, man, like I owe New Pack City everything, man. Cause man, I had some fun and that I ain't even lying, bro. Like going live in there, man. Just
Man, we got
Chauncey
like
and Eddie,
hours of
man,
content
just
in that
going
group,
back
man.
and
Hours of
forth.
content.
You know what? Before we get off, you know what else is hilarious in that group, man? It go back to a point you
But
made, man. Like when you in a smaller group, right? It's real intimate. So like it's funny because like me, Eddie, and Chauncey will go at it. And people don't know, like when me and Eddie go at it, like we call each other out our names, right? But you know what time it is.
yeah,
It ain't nothing personal. It's hilarious, like when we do it, and then other people try to copy it, so they'll say something to Eddie, and Eddie be like, "Who you
yeah, it ain't the
talking to?"
same. Yeah,
Eddie be like, "Who are you
it ain't the
talking
same.
to?"
Yeah, because see, we know, cause we have our own little side chat, so we know like
Yeah, yeah,
it ain't like that,
yeah.
Cause
They
shit,
don't big man.
I
Oh
done seen
man,
y'all go at it, and then y'all be in the chat like, hey, we cool, but people don't see that part, and that's the part that I always want to keep the group at. Like, no matter how big or small we are, it's always gonna be like that. We always got that family element to it, so
yeah, man.
that's never gonna end.
That is so funny, man. But yeah, I'm putting together that shit, every time I think about going live in New Pack City, man, that shit made me laugh because man, we was going at it, bro. Like when me and Chauncey was
And
going I ain't never went that hard at Chauncey like we did on that Kent Bazemore, bro. Like I was pissed off.
yeah,
I was mad
yeah,
that
yeah,
I was
the
mad,
Kent
bro.
Bazemore thing.
I was mad, bro. And then the Trey Young, bro. I remember I used to go live every day, like,
Trey
hey, this
Young.
dude's terrible, man. Look at him. Look at. And then I had to go back and make that video apologizing.
You made the apology video, yeah. And then
Oh, what
it
about
was
when I went
something else. I
live?
think
Hey, what about when I went live when we drafted? Yeah, I was live when we drafted Luka Doncic.
yeah, you
And
was
I was
live
like,
because that's
don't
when
trade
we
him.
had our draft party.
Yeah, I was
Cause we
like,
had
don't. Yeah, because I
yeah,
couldn't make it. Y'all was having a draft party. Yup.
yeah. And
Oh,
then
man.
that's something, man, that I want to do. I know with different circumstances last few years we haven't been able to do that, man. But we
Yeah.
definitely gotta get a kickback because I gotta meet you in person, my dude. Cause
Yeah, because hey,
uh
we doing I'm just waiting for the schedule to come out. We're gonna get a suite
yeah,
at State Farm. Obviously, we getting when one of the worst teams come in, so it's cheaper. But we're gonna get a suite, man. So I'm gonna keep you updated on that, bro. You definitely got to tap in on that, bro. You feel me?
yeah, man. We gotta do that, man. Like I
Definitely
said,
gotta tap in.
link up and then probably after the game, man, get a drink or something or whatever, man.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. Definitely got to do that, bro. Definitely, man. But like I say, man, if it wasn't a New Pack City, man, like that New Pack City, all those lives, it just built me up, not built my courage up. Because you know, I would never like go live because I was like, you know what, I don't know the X's and O's like that in basketball, and I don't want nobody. But then it got to the point I was like, man, you know what? I don't care. I'm mad. I gotta tell somebody.
But you know, man, the cats on ESPN don't know the X's and O's, so they getting paid.
Exactly. You know, I was like, what somebody gonna say? I don't know what I'm talking about. I just be like, well,
Right.
it is what it is. You know. But
Yeah.
you got any last words, bro, before we end the interview?
Yeah, man. I just want to say again, appreciate it, dog. I know you've been on me, man, but I'm gonna make a better effort, even probably in the summer league. You know, if you're doing some post games with that, man, just chop it up with y'all after the game and whatnot. I be so in my grind sometimes that I'd be like, damn, I'm tired. I want to get on, but I be either tired or trying to do whatever with my, my son or whatever. But I'm gonna allocate some time to get on We Talk Hawks, man, because this is definitely the number one show for Hawks basketball.
Times, and I'd be like, why Jamal just don't come on the show?
Yeah, it ain't. Hey, blame it on the head, man, not the heart, man. I promise you that it ain't like that, man. It's just I got to get in here and chop it up with you guys, man. It's definitely I be listening, I be watching. Believe that.
We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that, man. Because man, yeah, we be tripping up here, dog. You definitely got to tap in on the post game. Come in when we lose, bro. That's when we way more.
That's garage time right there. Garage time.
They make me go do it, man. I be trying to be drug free, but they make me go do it, man. You know. But hey, family, that's my guy Jamal, man. We're gonna leave his stuff in the comment section below, man. If you need any graphic design, we're gonna leave the New Pack City link. Come in, join the group. Y'all hear me shout it out every show. Make sure you tapping in if you want to join a more intimate Hawks group. Okay, intimate but very, very knowledgeable on basketball and our Atlanta Hawks that we root for. But that's all I got, family. Thank you, Jamal, for giving us this interview, my guy. I appreciate it.
All right, Demond, appreciate you, dog.
Until next time, guy, we up out of here, man. Hawks up.
Peace.